Welcome back everyone to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a Western Front fight for you all on Lost Glider. Ooh, let me just readjust the camera again. There we go. We have a victory point match actually. So that's gonna be interesting. Representing the Allies, we have PHKG as Ranger Company for the United States of America. Representing the Germans, we have Valhallen as Leichte Division for the Wehrmacht. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. So a mechanized Leichte force from the Germans against elite troops of the Ranger Company. That's gonna be interesting to see. And the fact it's a victory point match too. We don't have too many of those. There's 750 points as well instead of 500. So that should be interesting to see. We've seen some Volksgrenadiers coming out immediately for the Germans. Now, there's going to be a Spearhead 2 tournament going on the Spearhead Discord. It's going to be starting the 5th of August, I believe. So, if you're interested in doing that, you should probably try and find a way to the Spearhead Discord. There's a link on the mod page, I'm pretty sure. There's a link to the mod in the description, obviously. So, if you can get to it from there, that would be nice. Because I have a thing where you're not allowed to post links in my comments, because if I didn't, you would be spammed by a lot of bots trying to link you to places you probably shouldn't be going. Anyway, let's focus on this battle for now, shall we? I assume I'll probably get sent a lot of matches when the tournament happens, hopefully, because I'd like to see what happens with that.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Looks like we have the Grenadiers going northwards and the Volksgrenadiers and Pioneers working on the southern flank. And while the US are capturing the central victory point. We have triple US riflemen out. Kugelwagen 42 is probably waiting for an area to locate. Yeah, it's waiting for a place where it's gonna be transferred to. Looks like it's going for the southern flank. Okay. Needs to be careful with its movements. If it gets flanked, it can be shot up pretty easily. But with an MG42 on top, that's a lot of firepower. And indeed, now the firepower begins from it. I think those riflemen are gonna be in trouble. Oh, he's moving around to get to behind the truck. Very smart. Now the MG42 cannot do anything.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
And the One Garants are cutting through the Volksgrenadiers. Very smart, Dad. The Kugelwagen needs to be careful, though. And the riflemen are gonna move in. Oh, they're gonna get mowed down, I think.
Yeah, we deserve the promotion.
Let's see, will the riflemen get out of there is the question. I don't think they will. The Pioneers might be able to get good enough shots. And indeed they do. Americans are behind these sandbags. Kugelwagen's moving straight into them! Gunner killed. The Kugelwagen is having trouble getting through this little alleyway. Ooh. The Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers will be able to defend it though. But they took out the Kugelwagen. But at the cost of the squads, that might be a difficult one. Looks like the rear echelon have been armed with One Garants and some of their Springfields. Looks like air-cooled 30 cal has been set up for the Americans. We have an Oberblitz arriving with some Panzer Grenadiers, I think. Ooh, very fascinating. So a motorized force coming up here for the Germans. Which is an advantage you can get as motorized. As Leichte. Leichte is basically like a motorized and mechanized division. That's a pineapple. Oh, and here comes the Panzer Grenadiers.
Enemy forces are securing our
throwing in an incendiary grenade. Not looking that good for the Americans right there. Those riflemen have to get out of there. But they're gonna get cut off by the Volksgrenadiers. Oh, the Germans are just cutting through the Americans right here. Looks like a Jeep has arrived with a 50 cal though. The Americans gonna need a lot of replacement infantry at this point. You could also just investing in some Rangers out there. So Rangers could take the fight to all these German troops. Oh, looks like the Oberblitz is actually being recalled. That's a cool thing you can do with it. That building completely burned down. That incendiary grenade is powerful. Hans Grenadiers are falling back though. Vertical set up in the building. Grenadiers armed with LMG-42. Pulling up to basically serve as a defense position. And then he's gonna have those Grenadiers moving around. Okay, interesting.
How can we help?
Those Grenadiers might get shot at by a vertical though. Ah, he's hiding behind the walls. Very cheeky, that. He might, yeah, he's gonna get ready to do a great assault. So that building is in trouble. Oh, the Americans just taking too many losses already. Ooh, this is pretty one-sided, not gonna lie. Already getting a 2-2-1 as well. Using a lot of the terrain to their advantage. The Germans are playing smart here. Ah, he's gonna overrun the Jeep with another squad. Yeah, he's being smart here. It looks like there was no Panzerfaust available yet. Lieutenant has arrived and some riflemen armed with grease guns. Now, because it's Ranger Company, his infantry is going to arrive at veterancy now because he's gone to a certain command point that allows that. It's a very useful thing to have. Our veterancy field lieutenants, that's actually a very good combat squad. I don't think these Volksgrenadiers are going to be armed to deal with that. Scaring in the Kubelwagen, going to work on that quickly, that's good to see. LMG-42 inside the church. Good overwatch position.
We are losing a
As you can
sector.
see. The Americans need to get something heavier, but they have like no manpower left at this point. Not good. That's not good for them. There is a 50 cal, but the 221 is getting Radpanzer, which should allow it to deal with it.
How can we help?
Using a lot of the terrain to the advantage here. That Ranger Lieutenant might be in trouble. Yeah, throwing a smoke. Oh, a bun flash here. Okay.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
And while the riflemen are being flanked down here, they're being overrun. Yeah, this American player's not doing too well at all.
Taking our territory. Vehicles can be ordered
That
to bring
perhaps this one is a little bit too one-sided that you send in here. Just saying. Like, look at what the Americans have. They barely have anything. We do have some Rangers coming in a half-track, though. This could change things, hopefully. Rangers are really good infantry. But the Americans are just lacking in equipment right now. We also have some Panzer Grenadiers coming in for the Germans here. The 90th.
Crank it up.
Oh, the lieutenant has been armed with a BAR marksman. Okay. Now, that is actually a very powerful upgrade, by the way. The BAR marksman should not be underestimated. But those Germans are in a building, so F1 Panzer's being called in. That's gonna be able to deal with all of this. Yeah, the American is having a little bit of traffic jam issues. Yeah, it's not looking too good here.
Go ahead. The capture point
But the lieutenant isn't even getting behind the cover here. And now they're going to be cut off by the Panzer Grenadiers.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Valhalla might be going a little bit too strong here. A little bit too heavy-handed, I think. Yeah, he's even just calling down. Yeah, that's perhaps playing a little bit too try-hardy for my taste, in all honesty.
Where do you want us?
But it looks like the Germans are going to be able to overrun the Americans here shortly when the F1 is out. The Americans have practically nothing that can stop an F1. He is calling an AT gun though, but I think Valhalla is just going to outmaneuver the AT gun, in all fairness.
You ready to standing by?
He's going to flank in, he's going to use a Panzerfaust, that's basically going to be a dead half-track. Yeah, but that's gonna be that. No, he's gonna get out of range. Okay. But now he's stopping up. Yeah, he should not stop up.
Ready. Combat unit ready for
Okay.
action. German infantry.
Atigon is on the field, and the 221, now 222, is gonna try and flank for it. But the Atigon might get in range to do something. Keep us down, though.
Light vehicle just got destroyed. Enemy squad.
That's not good for that Atigon. That's gonna get overrun by the Panzer Grenadiers here.
Enemy infantry.
Got a half track coming in. Yeah, and that's the Atigon already decrewed. And now the half tracks are gonna go down. The F1 is gonna be able to just tear through them. 50 cal on the basis, hitting the 222 though.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
Destroying the Atigon even, wow.
Good to go. Let's give them hell, boys.
This American player needs to pull himself together a bit. I think Valhalla is going a little bit too hardcore on him, in all honesty.
Boys, you ready to roll out? Stand by. Orders.
I suspect we'll see a lot of more hardcore players whenever the tournament hits.
Position taken. Good work, boys.
That's at least what I suspect. Like he could get some more weapons here. Like he could get a Steward out, a Greyhound or something, or even an AT team to support them to try and deal with the F1. But they just aren't. I guess he's waiting for another half track call in, which in all honesty I don't think is a good idea because Valhalla is just gonna deal with them. He's actually started to arm the Boast Grenadiers with Thompsons.
Standing by.
He's gonna throw a grenade over there, I'm pretty sure. Yep. I barn flashed it. Hitting right on the half track. Valhalla is using his terrain very much to his advantage. The American has barely done anything. Not the best show, I will admit. Not the best show at all. Like Valhalla can just completely overrun. He can just drive the F1 into the base. What are the Americans gonna do? The Americans have no anti-tank capabilities. The Americans are really lacking in anti-tank infantry capabilities after all, so you can just drive the tank in and end it. There's literally nothing to stop him. He even took the American half-track. That's a little bit unusual, but fair enough. I guess it's gotta be a useful thing to have a half-track.
Half-track ready.
Then an AT gun coming out for the Americans, but it might be a little too late at this point. Steward is coming out, but the F1 can deal with the Steward.
Leichter Panzerspähwagen reporting.
Look at the 221 when it becomes a 222. With the flak cannon there. Not a flak cannon, it's an auto cannon, but yeah. But the F1 will take care of the Steward, no problem. I'm pretty sure anyway. Like, look how much field presence Valhalla already has. This is not even a fair fight. Moving out in the open like so is not a good idea either. But the Rangers are at least very hard to hit. Or somewhat hard, probably thanks to the center. Two is time to open fire though on them. But the Americans need to take that point to even get any resources. So not the best fight, I will admit. But I didn't really have a lot being sent in right now. If you want better matches, you should probably just send some better ones, because this is a little bit one-sided, I will say. And F1 heat shell going in.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
That's what these Rangers are trying to do. They have no AT weapons. And give him a break, Valhallan. That is a little bit too much. Wow. Yeah, this guy is just calling in more Rangers via half-track. I'm not sure that's the most economically efficient thing to do.
Cavalry has arrived. Form up. Orders. Ready. Send orders.
Especially because these Panzergrenadiers do have Panzerfaust, so they'll be able to just destroy them quickly if he gets too close.
Roll out.
Is he just gonna drive up towards them? No, he's not so far. Oh, what is he doing? Okay, Valhallan is moving away, okay. But he has his own half-track arm with Volksgrenadiers coming up with Thompsons. That's so unusual to see. He has a rifle grenade on these guys, and then the 50 cal on the stolen half-track can work. That should be able to pierce through the half-track. Yeah, it's already doing it. He loses grenadiers, but the 50 cal there is just gonna chew through this one. Dismounting the Rangers at least. But it's a little bit too late, I think, and now the 222 is coming. These Rangers are in trouble. He has to get out of here, but it might be too late because Valhallan's going in for the kill here with the Thompsons on the half. Oh, it's just too much. It's just too devastating to watch. Oh god. Oh, this is just painful to watch, really, I am afraid. Valhalla is showing that the Wehrmacht can be pretty devastating early on if your American enemy loses a lot too, I guess.
Sector artillery is ready for use.
And not covering his flank. Now the F1 is going to spring in for the kill, I think. Yeah, he's just moving out in the open. That's not going to work. And now the 222 and the F1, yeah. The American is done for. There's nothing he can do here. This is a massacre. This is just a massacre, in all honesty. Perhaps in the future, you should send me some battles that are not this one-sided. Of course, from your point of view, you probably cannot see that the American had that few stuff, but this was really, really one-sided. But I hope you all at least enjoyed a little bit, and please check out the Spearhead Discord because of the tournament that's coming. But I'll see you all next one, everyone. Bye-bye!